So there seems to be a lot of confusion over what the overturning of Roe versus Wade actually means. Some people apparently think that this bans abortion entirely across the entire United States. That's not what it means. Let's take a look at this article from Women's Health Mag. It says Roe versus Wade, the landmark 1973 Supreme Court case that made abortion legal across the U.S. for 5 decades, has been overturned, and abortion is no longer protected at the federal level as of June 24th. Instead, individual states will decide whether abortion is legal within their state boundaries. So it goes from the federal level to the state level, and the states will set their own policies on this. That means California is not going to change. It says here from Schaus California Law Group. It says this does not affect the legal right to abortion in California, as abortion is still legal under California state law. And I suspect that California will be putting out some macabre ad campaign soon, promoting itself as an abortion travel paradise destination. You know, you have an abortion in the morning, and by 10 o'clock that night, you're drinking martinis and making bad decisions all over again. And that'll go for the other deep blue states as well. But in some states, it's going to be a different story. Here's Alabama. So under the Alabama Human Life Protection Act, performing an abortion in Alabama would be a felony. If the law goes into effect, there would be only 2 reasons a person in Alabama could have an abortion. If the fetus has a lethal anomaly, which would cause death soon after birth or a stillbirth, or if it would prevent serious health risk to the mother. The legislation also specifies that it isn't enough for a mother to have an emotional condition or mental illness. A second doctor would need to agree that the mother has a serious mental illness that could cause her or the fetus to die. In Alabama, they've passed a law banning the procedure if a fetal heartbeat is detected. Let's see, in Missouri, it would ban abortion after 8 weeks of pregnancy. And there is no exemption for victims of the R word or incest. In Mississippi, it would ban it after a fetus has a detectable heartbeat or about 6 weeks into a pregnancy. Georgia, also a heartbeat bill. Ohio, also, once a fetal heartbeat can be detected. So these are not outright bans, but these are restrictions. So overturning Roe versus Wade does not ban abortion everywhere. What it means is some states are going to either ban it outright or have it much more restricted. And then some states are going to just do it exactly the same or make it easier. So what's the fallout of this going to be? Well, we know the Democrats would like to expand the Supreme Court from 9 to 13 justices because I guess if you don't get what you want, cheat, right? And let's not forget the modern left's usual tactic, lose your fucking mind. And here we have this from Newsweek. What is Jane's Revenge? Well, Jane's Revenge is a group of extremists that have attacked over 20 pro-life pregnancy centers. You know, places that help pregnant women who want to be mothers and need help. Well, they've been promising a night of rage. And one thing I think we've all learned over the last few years is that when the left says they're going to freak out, they're probably going to freak out. So something's going to happen this weekend. How bad it's going to be, nobody knows yet, but I think people are probably bracing themselves for the worst, right? Because one thing about nights of rage and giant protests is that they're also an early Christmas, because there's a lot of looting that comes along with it. Looting that the police don't do anything to stop and DAs refuse to prosecute over. So if you can head down to the protest and get yourself a new TV, even if you don't know what the protest is about, well, hey, you got to be angry about something, right? Anyway, please subscribe, share, and like. Sharing really helps me out. I notice it when people share my content. It makes a big difference. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.